Sweet promises give to all who believe. Behold, I come.
Welcome to Bible Talk class. A special segment is here. Can I wear earrings? Let's get some background information as we make some affirmative statements. Ear piercing is one of the body modifications. We modify our bodies in order to put on earrings. Wearing of earrings for both men and women was a common practice in the Indian, Mediterranean, and Egyptian cultures in ancient times, around 1005 BC. Men wore earrings to show their social standing in society. A perfect example is Pharaohs' earrings. Pharaohs wore earrings to show their social standing. Exodus chapter 32 verses 1 to 4 indicate that the sons and daughters wore earrings, an imitation of Egyptian culture. We have made this point in our presentation on the place of jewelry in the Old Testament. And so what the Israelites did was what was happening in Egypt. A show of nobility was that you had to put something on in your ear to show that indeed you are a noble person. And that was what God wanted them to do as they were leaving Egypt. Greeks and Romans saw men wearing earrings as more feminine and oriental or lower class status. And so the Greeks and the Romans saw that women were known for wearing earrings, and then oriental people from the Middle Eastern culture wore earrings. I mean, the men in particular. And in Rome, the slaves wore earrings. In old Japanese and Korean cultures, men and women wore earrings. The same can be said of Turkish society in ancient times. In the Renaissance period, men wearing earrings became fashionable. Sailors wore them to show their crossing of the equator. Thieves wore to rebel against the church's order. The church, that's the Roman Catholic Church, ordered that men should not wear earrings. But the thieves decided to do otherwise. The hippie movement in the 1960s and the 1970s in the United States of America reintroduced men wearing earrings as a counter-cultural act. Since then, wearing of earrings for men has become fashionable in the entertainment industry and sexual orientation war. African women, including the sub-Saharan African, wore earrings before the encounter with European and Arabian cultures. Earrings were used for beautification, protection, charm, and love. Except the Egyptians, African men were not known to have used earrings. Generally, women in Oriental, Asian, and Greco-Roman, European, and African cultures wear earrings to complement their face and accentuating outfit choices, basically for beautification, for decoration. Wearing of earrings has been naturally deemed as more feminine than masculine. More feminine than masculine. And that's what we feel even today. Note here that God created male and female with obviously different biological appearances. Genesis chapters 1 to 3. And that the only place we find God affirming gender-sensitive clothing for male and female is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. That you are a man, so you wear man's clothing. If you are a woman, you wear woman's clothing. That is gender-sensitive clothing affirmation from God. Modification of the body should serve as a life-saving purpose. When we modify our bodies, it should be that we want to save our lives. So, the purpose of earrings could be for beautification, that is decorative, protection, charm, and or gender affirmation. So far, that is a sense that we have from our background information. None of the purposes of wearing of earrings has a clear support from Scripture to warrant their use today. That is, do I wear earring to decorate myself, to add some value to myself, to protect myself, to charm someone, to affirm my gender that I am female or I am male? Analysis of NT's relevant passages reveals that earrings can be classified as ornamental or decorative jewelry, which serves as an unwarranted function. The function is not supported biblically. The function we have, the purpose or the function we have enumerated here, beautification, decorative, protection, charm, gender affirmation, cannot be sustained, from Scripture. And that's why it's a bit unwarranted, or say as unwarranted function. So the question I ask here is, why do I wear earrings? We will be happy to hear your response to this question. And we believe that you have appreciated our presentation. Whatever you put on should have a meaning. The motive must be clear, consciously made clear, and that it should define your existence and why you exist and for whom you exist and you intend to project. Thank you very much for staying with us. We believe that you have learned something from this presentation and we are ready to respond to your queries. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Sweet promises given to all who believe. Behold, I come quickly, mine own to receive. Hold fast till I come, the danger is great. Sleep not as do others, be watchful and wait. Hold fast till I come, sweet promise of them. The kingdom restored to you shall begin. Come enter my joy, sit down on my throne. Bright crowns are in waiting. Hold fast till I come.